It always seems impossible until it's done. It always seems impossible until it's done. You can do anything. All you got to do is try. All you got to do is try. One step at a time. Okay? Listen, here are my weekly lessons learned as I make my I am making a coaster in the shape of a heart. This is the molding. It's just my resin I mixed up, and I say I can do both. So I want to come to you with my lessons, my weekly lessons. Lesson number one, you can do anything. All you got to do is try. As I look back on my life, there are so many things that I did that I've done. I'm like, you really did that. Like, I can't believe you did that. And it all came to consistency. Being consistent, right? Even if I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was able to ask questions. I was able to go learn, watch a video and figure it out because everything is figure outable. I am currently learning how to edit my videos because when it comes to YouTube, ooh, you better be right over there. They don't play over there. Them videos got to be sharp and them videos got to be on point. So that's what I'm working on. And I'm watching videos and I'm learning different things. I'm like, I'm so proud of myself. So I just want to say that's lesson number one. You can do anything. All you got to do is try. Lesson number two, discomfort is better than discomfort is better than comfort. A lot of times we don't want to do things because, truth be told, it just ain't comfortable. It is not comfortable having hard conversations. It's not comfortable doing anything new. It's not comfortable asking for help for some. It's just a lot of things are just not comfortable. They're just not. So get comfortable being uncomfortable because we're not here to be comfortable. Okay. Lesson number three. Some may get mad if you don't let them control you. Some people may get mad if you don't let them control you. Here's what I want you to know. It's okay for people to be mad with you. They'll be okay. A lot of times, people want to control you, and when they can't, they get upset. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Lesson number four. You must have the courage to be disliked. Everybody ain't gonna like you. They're just not. They're just not. And it's okay. Everybody's not gonna like you. Have the courage to be disliked. And next, number five. I think I got six lessons, y'all, this today. We must use discernment when teaching others. You must have the character to be developed. Yeah. You must use I want so much I want to say with that, but I'm not. We must use discernment when teaching others. You must have people got they must have the character to be developed. Everybody is not teachable. Everybody does not want to be taught. Everybody does not want to be coached. So you have to use your discernment when it comes to that. There are people who wanted who I had conversations with. We had consultations. That's the word I'm looking for. And I could tell by what they were saying and how they was responding. I could tell that they did not have the character. This is not a judgment. They did not have the character for coaching. They did not have the character for development. They did not have the character to receive coaching. They just didn't. It wasn't there. And so oftentimes I wouldn't coach them. I just wouldn't because it's not a good fit. So I would send them some information to help them develop the character to be coached, to be taught, to be developed. Because sometimes, a lot of times, people don't even see that within themselves, right? So that's something that I would do to get them to that place. Because I can sit up here and tell them I can coach them, but it will be basically like I'm telling them all these things, right, and the bottom of the cup is wide open. It's gonna fall right out, right? So that's what I mean when I say everybody's not teachable, everybody's not coachable. You got to develop that character to be teachable, to be coachable. You got to be open to it, right? Because you don't know everything. And last but not least, as I'm as I constantly hear the people talk about the movie Karate Kid, the original, the very first Karate Kid. I always learn something new each time I hear somebody talk about it. So the way Pastor talked about it this time, he said Mr. Miyagi was not just teaching a technique. He was teaching Daniel to trust him. Because Daniel was like, why am I washing these cars, waxing on and waxing off? Why I'm just cleaning up your house. I'm doing all this stuff. Like, this don't make no sense. You're supposed to teach me karate. I want to learn karate. But see, what he had to do, which ties into what I just said about character, he had to develop the character. So what he was teaching Daniel, he was teaching him to trust him. And just like God is teaching us to trust him, right? We go through situations, we like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Could it be that God is developing the character in you, right? He's teaching you how to trust him by removing everybody out your life, so you have nobody else but him. You haven't been talking to him. You haven't been praying. You hadn't been in your word. Like when you truly going through something, man, you're gonna be in your Bible. You're gonna be on your knees. You're gonna be praying. You're gonna be praying. Okay. So a lot of times, the things that we're going through is teaching us something that we don't know we need, right? And you never know you don't even know you in class. I'm telling you, your whole life is a classroom. Life is a classroom. And the world is teaching you something every day. If you embrace it, you can learn something. You can, and you will, if you're open to it. If not, you'll continue to have the same repeated lessons. Who wants to continue to have the same repeated lessons? Said no one. No one, right? I want to keep passing each test. I want to keep elevating. I don't want to stay in ninth grade all my life. I don't want to stay in preschool all my life. I want to graduate, okay? So I want to learn the lessons as soon as I can. I want to get everything I can from them. I want to pass the test and move on to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and so on and so forth. So these are my weekly lessons. I'll run them back real quick. You can do anything. All you got to do is try. That's it. Discomfort is better than comfort. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. We're not here to be comfortable. We're not. Some may get mad at you. Don't let them control. Some may get mad when you don't let them control you. Be mindful. You must have the courage to be disliked. Everybody ain't gonna like you, and be okay with that. You must use discernment when teaching others. You must have they must have the character to be developed. Okay, Mr. Miyagi wasn't just teaching Daniel he wasn't just teaching him how to excuse me. Mr. Miyagi was teaching Daniel technique. Okay, he was teaching him technique well, no, he wasn't teaching him just technique. He was teaching him how to trust him. How to trust him. Right? And then once he did all that work he thought he was doing, when he came at him, he was blocking, every move he learned from the wax on and the waxing off. He was doing that when when the teacher was like, coming at him with those different moves and stuff. And the whole time he thought he was waxing cars. The whole time he thought he was just doing nothing. Okay? So he wasn't just teaching him technique, he was teaching him to trust him. Just like God is teaching us to trust him. Look at all the stuff that's happening in the world today. God is teaching us. He's teaching the world something. The world needs healing, and he's teaching us to trust him. The world needs healing, number one, and he's also teaching us to trust him. So that's all. Happy Monday. Happy New Week, or whatever time you watch this. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. I'll see you in the next video.